There's something that's called a fractal. Anybody familiar with a fractal? Yeah, oh, cool, awesome, man. Good audience, I like this. Dude, you know what a fractal is? Yeah, Mandelbrot, right? Guy Mandelbrot worked for IBM back in the 60s, created a mathematical equation that he put into a computer that actually defined every piece of computer-generated technology that we use today. It's how a tree looks, how a cloud looks, how water looks, how a mountain looks. And what it said is that you can start with an image. Believe me, I'm leaning somewhere here, so bear with me. I haven't just lost my mind. It's not necessarily the end of the day, and my blood sugar's dropping. And what it said is I can create this image, and if I zoom in, that exact same image reappears. And I could take that image and zoom in, and the same exact image reappears. It's a self-replicating image the closer you look at it. And if you zoom out, it works exactly the same way. Trust me, here it comes. This is why fractals are important. So I said to myself, okay, once we have this tool set, this customized, absolutely foolproof, we know that it's foolproof for us. This tool set, what can I do with it? So I said, what if I took just one of the tools? Remember I said social networks was one of the important social media tools? What if I'm creating this wheel, this marketing plan, and I'm making the assumption that social networks are important, then right now, tell me, what are the top 10 social networks are there in the world? Quick, come on, you guys know it. Of course you don't know it, I don't even know it. I have to read the thing. I don't know what the top 10 are. It changes. There are different locations have different accountability for who participates in what networks. But if you think that social media should be social networks should be part of your marketing plan, why don't you know what the top 10 social networks are? For this reason. Are you on Facebook? Yes. LinkedIn? Probably. Twitter? Maybe. So is everybody on, show of hands, Academy, Plaxo, 1, 2, Bebo. So here's where I'm going to challenge you. If you think that social networks are important, why don't you at least have a profile on the top 10 social networks? What does it cost to create a 5-minute free profile? Trick question, like what color was George Washington's white horse? Or when was the War of 1812? It's free. So if you think social networks are important and you don't even know what the top 10 are, then you're not taking this serious. This tool forces you to be really serious about everything that you're doing in your marketing. And how do you find what the top 10 top 10 social networks? Google it. Just Google it. There's people that, I don't know whether they're ADD or autistic or something, but that's all they do is compile lists of the top 10 everything. So you look at 3 or 4 of them and you pick out what you think is the top 10, and if you think social networks is important to your business, then at least have profiles, if not participate on those networks. So then I said, okay, let's take a look at this here for a second. Wow, we drilled down, used this tool to look at only one of the tools that we thought was important, and we expanded it exponentially. Can I do that again? And then also interconnect. Before I move on Facebook, are you giving people the link to follow you on Twitter? Don't just tell them you're on Twitter. If you don't put the link there, you think they're going to take the time to look you up, to follow you? No. Give them the link. Put it in your email address. Make it part of your signature block. Make it as easy as possible for your customers and prospects to connect with you on every social network there is. Why not make it easy? So interconnect on LinkedIn. Do you tell them that you have a Facebook page which is totally awesome and they ought to go over and like you? In Twitter, are you tweeting out? Click here to sign up for our email blast, because if you love our 140 characters, you're going to love our whole page. We don't think that way because it's too overwhelming. This forces you to do that.